All right, guys. So Max just put out this I think it's a trailer for The Last of Us season 2, but as you can see there, it doesn't say trailer. It just says The Last of Us season 2 April 2025. Have we gotten an actual trailer for season 2 yet? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember if we've actually gotten a trailer or if we've only gotten those coming soon in 2025 montage things where we have definitely seen The Last of Us season 2 footage. But either way, we're going to watch this. We're going to autistically analyze it because that is what we do here. Press play. That certainly is the siren from The Last of Us. Oh, there she is. They are definitely, yeah, I mean,
It doesn't matter if you have a code like me.
who is that? Oh, is that her? Is that the Abster herself? Is that who that is? I think so. But no, just right off the bat, it's oh yeah, this is just we're changing the order of things, which uh, I'll get into in a bit, I guess. Well, we're already seeing those people.
Everyone agrees.
Yeah, they're really changing the order of things.
Wrong.
Interesting. Okay, season 2 in April. The Last of Us. Okay. That's kind of interesting. All right, so again, or not again, but I will say I mean, I don't know, I can't really review that. It's not really a trailer. But I mean, it looks like The Last of Us. It looks like more The Last of Us, but I guess what I'm going to say is if you have not played The Last of Us Part 2, you should probably just not continue watching this video because when I start analyzing the trailer, I'm just gonna speak openly about the game. So yeah, let's get into this. So all right, this is obviously Abby, and this is her after the events of Joel, sending everybody to an early grave in the hospital at the end of season 1. But this is not well because this is also the where how we can tell that they're doing weird things, right? Because they're dividing up the third game into 2 seasons. So theoretically, we shouldn't be seeing this too early or this early, except for the fact that we're obviously or I suspect that they're not going to do the thing where we follow Ellie and Dina's story and then we switch over to Abby. I think they're going to start telling it more chronologically. I think they're going to show us, Abby's origins earlier on. And then in order to hopefully get TV audiences more invested in her story. Which, here's the thing. I obviously get it. I get why you would want to do that because The Last of Us Part 2 is it straight up is the Last Jedi of video games. I personally think it's incredible. I understand that well, I can understand why people wouldn't like it, but and I try not to sound I'm trying not to sound too elitist here, but there definitely are certain takes where I'm like you you just don't even understand the game. Like people that say that I'll just give an example. Like people that say that oh, The Last of Us 2 is trying to say that Joel was the bad guy and that Abby was the good guy. It's like that's retarded. um but I get it because there are a lot of people out there that just didn't understand or didn't get or just the storytelling just didn't click with them. So you're trying to do a more strategic thing here with The Last of Us Season 2 to hopefully not alienate the audiences that much. I get it, but I'm also of the perspective that the whole point of the Last of Us Part 2 and the whole journey that it takes you on is it shocks you with Joel's death, and then you are grieving along with Ellie, right? You are grieving along with Ellie. And then, because like when Abby kills Joel, you are like right there with Ellie, right? You're like, oh, we are going to murder every single one of these people. And then when it does the switch up, and then it like challenges you to see things from Abby's perspective, and it like takes you across this journey to the point that once you get to like the end of the game, before Ellie goes off to like before Ellie goes off to find Abby again, the game gets you to the point where you just like don't even want to do that anymore. And like I've straight up never consumed a piece of art that has even, like, I'll just say this: The Last of Us Part 2 is my favorite piece of art ever, because I've never consumed a piece of art that has made me feel such strong emotions as I did when Abby killed Joel. And then so like intricately and so effectively like made me reconsider those emotions and made me change my mind, and just got me to the point where I didn't want Abby to go. I didn't even want to kill Abby by the end of the game. Like it like actually made me like realize that throughout the runtime of the game that like there's no point to any of this. Like, I don't know, I've never had a piece of art so effectively make me feel things in the way that The Last of Us Part 2 did. And I think that the whole, like, you can't just do that. I feel like you can't just do that if you're like, that's not, I don't know, I feel like that's just not the journey that you're going to go on if you're following Abby and Ellie's stories at the same time. Like, if you're already getting to know Nora, then you're probably going to already feel conflicted when Ellie kills Nora. Like, I just don't think that works as well. Or, I mean, it's a different story at that point. So that's the only reason why I personally kind of go like, well, if you change the order of events, you can do that, and it can still be a good show. But just to be clear, it's not The Last of Us Part 2 anymore. It's kind of, at that point, the adaptation just really does become its own thing, which isn't necessarily bad, right? Like, if they end up turning it into their own thing, I'm not going to be the kind of fan that goes like, it needs to be exactly the same as a game because I want to consume the same piece of media over and over and over again. That's not who I am. Like, that's just not the mentality that I have. I find that mentality to be like super annoying. Like, I'm just like, people that are like, this is like another thing, but I don't know. And to be fair, I don't know anything about The Witcher, so maybe it is a more understandable complaint. But like in The Witcher 4, when people saw that Ciri was like a Witcher, and like when I saw people going like, well, in the books, the Ciri's not supposed to be a Witcher because she doesn't have the right blood for it or something, and I'm just like, now maybe that was something that was established in the games themselves, and if that's the case, then fair enough. But if it's literally just people going like, well, in the books it was this way, and now in a completely different, in an adaptation that's a completely different piece of lore that it's not the books, it's like they're just choosing to do it a little bit differently. No, we will not accept this. Like, I personally find that type of mentality annoying. So I guess I say all of this to say, based on everything that I'm seeing, they are drastically changing The Last of Us Part 2 in such a way that it's not even really The Last of Us Part 2 anymore. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them doing their own thing with it, I guess, is all I'm saying.
It doesn't matter if you have a code like me.
Is that Abby? I don't even think that's dialogue from The Last of Us Part 2.
If you have a code. It doesn't matter if you have a code like me.
I don't know. I think that might be is that what she's saying to Joel before she plays golf with him? But like I don't think that's dialogue from the games. Yeah, so this is the I mean, in The Last of Us Part 2, the only character that I remember with a scythe like this is the like mini boss fight that the lady that Abby has to fight. I think, right? But in any case, I think we're just going to see more of those people. I don't think we're going to get to Lev in this season. No, sorry. We'll get to Lev in this season, most likely, but I don't think we'll get to when Lev goes and goes back to her people. Probably not. Even though we are following Abby's story at the same time. My guess is that this is just, we're seeing more of I forget what their names are, but you know, the super religious people. The people that aren't accepting of the transes. And yeah, I think we're going to see more of this guy, Isaiah, is that his name? I think didn't Jeffrey Wright play him in the game as well? It's kind of fun that he's going to get to explore the character more. Because yeah, he really wasn't that big of a character in the game.
Just some things. Everyone agrees.
Oh, is this let's see. Sorry, I keep on forgetting to like analyze literally every frame. I mean, they're like these scenes of like zombies and people on fire. I don't necessarily remember exactly what this stuff is from. This, I can't remember exactly what this is either. This is obviously in the barn.
Everyone agrees.
In the dance and whatever, and it's just like, yeah, like they're clearly just telling the story in a more chronological order. Like this is like at the end of the game. Which again, like I also understand that there's like that there's a lot of people that go, oh, you know, The Last of Us 2 would have been better if it was told in a chronological order, and I'm just like, it's like, no, like like they didn't just make these decisions randomly. Like these decisions, like things are shown purposefully. Like they're shown on purpose. So I don't know. I just it's just the effect is going to be the same, right? Like if we get this if we get the scene of Joel and Ellie like reconciling beforehand, then I don't know. It just like it's like that's that resolution that hits better at the end of the game. It's like we're gonna get the resolution at the beginning of the season. I don't know. I don't know.
Everyone agrees. Or just.
Yeah, everyone agrees you probably shouldn't kill a hospital full of people. You know what I mean?
Or just.
Oh yeah, and then this is obviously her at her dad's grave. Probably, right? I will say she doesn't look very jacked. I was expecting this actress, what's her name, Caitlin Denver, I think, to like take horse steroids and go on the Hollywood workout routine to look like Chris Hemsworth, but it doesn't look like she did that, which is kind of weird. Like I wonder if they're just gonna like change how the character plays, and maybe she won't be as much of as an intimidating figure like physically. I don't know.
Or just.
I don't know what is this scene. I don't think this. I feel like there's some stuff in here that's not in the game. Like I don't know what this is. I don't know. I feel like I feel like the last time I watched or when I was like analyzing the footage from the look ahead in 2025, it was like everything that they showed from The Last of Us season 2. I was like, oh, that's from that. That's that. There's a lot of stuff in here that I feel like are just new, which is honestly more exciting.
Wrong.
See, this specifically was that. Oh, that's just Joel. This is probably when he's helping Abby. Is this what is this? I don't know. What is that? Am I just like not remembering stuff? But like I have no idea what this is. I wonder if we'll see Tommy and Maria break up, because we don't actually see that happen in The Last of Us Part 2, right? I don't think so. Oh, she's like boxing? Yeah, we never saw that in the game. Okay, I think that this is when she finally catches up with Nora, right? I'm looking at the red lighting. Okay, and then this is just like the title card. Yeah, I mean, listen, it looks quality, which I don't think was ever in doubt. I'm just curious to see how the changes of the of the order of events work out. Cause I again, I'll repeat what I said before. I think that the way that The Last of Us Part 2 tells its story is done purposefully, and it is done in order to have you go on a very specific emotional journey. And by changing up the order of events, by having you understand where Abby is coming from as you're going on, or as you're following Ellie and Dina going on her quest for revenge, it just changes it's just not the game. It's just flat out not the story of the game, which I'm okay with, but I'm just pointing it out. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's good in its own right. In April is when that's happening. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Yeah, I should have probably told people not to look at comments if if they don't want to get spoiled. But I don't know. I do want to hear your spoilery thoughts, so maybe I'll add it in text at the beginning of the video. So yeah, let me know what you think of all of this, because I'm really curious to hear what other people have to say. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.